All right, let's welcome you once again into another exciting edition of the Madiba official show here with the Madiba official. It's time for another exciting, interesting segment of the show. We are here to bring you the daily happenings around the world of football. So if you want to get to know the happenings in the world of football each and every morning, this is the channel for you. At exactly 10:30 a.m., we'll be uploading our content. So each and every morning, you can use us as your breakfast before you go to work. So thank you. If you are yet to follow us, subscribe to our channel, whether it be on YouTube, TikTok, or Facebook, please kindly do us this big favor by clicking on that subscribe button. After you are done subscribing, please kindly leave your comments in the comment section. You can like, share it please, and help others to get to know of our content. Without much ado, let's set the ball rolling for today's edition of the Madiba official daily update. Now we begin from the camp of Manchester United, and yesterday we told you about Manchester United and Ederson of Atalanta, the deal that's on the verge of happening today. The report that we are gathering is that Manchester United is on the verge of agreeing a deal with a Premier League star, and the amount involved is around 80 million euros. And the player in question is Matheus Fernandes, formerly of Southampton. Last season, he was relegated alongside West Ham United. Manchester United have been keen on landing the 21-year-old Portuguese international. Moving on into the camp of the Mia boys. That's the Bavarian giants Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich have been in the market for a left winger, and the player that they wanted to sign to come and augment their right or left wing position was Anthony Gordon of Newcastle United. And as you and I know, Anthony Gordon is currently, or is now, a player of FC Barcelona, having signed for the Catalan Giants on a 5-year deal from Newcastle United. So now they've turned their attention into another player, and the report that we are gathering over here is that that said player is the Moroccan international Ismail Saibari. If you watch the AFCON, you realize that this is a versatile player, somebody that can play as a left or also a left winger. So Bayern Munich are keen on signing Ismail Saibari. We move on, and we are moving into the camp of the current champions of Europe. That is Paris Saint-Germain. PSG have won the Champions League back-to-back, and currently they are the best in European football. But not every player in the club that's happy. There are some players that is moving on to get playing time elsewhere. They gathered that they are thinking of looking somewhere for playing time is Gonzalo Ramos, their striker, and then also Kang Gin Lee, the South Korean international, and also Luka Chevalier. Let's not forget, last season in the friendly despite Donnarumma donning the shirt of PSG, the player that was voted the best goalkeeper in the friendly was Luka Chevalier. And now, fast forward some 8-9 months later, he was not called up into the French squad because he has been dislodged in the #1 position of PSG by Matvey Safanov. So he's looking elsewhere to get playing time. Now into the camp of the multi-billionaires of world football, Real Madrid, the White Angels, the Los Merengues, the Los Blancos. Now Real Madrid is looking at reinforcing their right back position. Last season, they brought Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool to help alleviate the workload on Daniel Carvajal Ramos. Now Carvajal is out of the club, so they want somebody that will come and strengthen that problematic position that has been a canker, because Carvajal, even when he was there, he was more often than not injured in recent years. Lucas Vasquez wasn't a right fullback, he was converted, so at times his position was left open. Trent too have shown his problem in terms of defending, also tracking back when the team is on a counter attack or counter break. So now Real Madrid is looking on either Pedro Porro of that is Tottenham Hotspur, the Spanish international, then also Denzel Dumfries, the Dutch international, and reports that I'm picking over years that Real Madrid is thinking of sending 25 million euros to Inter Milan for their right back, that is Denzel Dumfries. To the camp of the Blues, Chelsea, and one of the most sought after talent in English football is Josh Echampon, and there were reports that Chelsea will be looking at offloading the center back. The report that we are currently gathering is that the new coach, Xabi Alonso, will be counting on Josh Echampon. So Josh Echampon is not for sale. He is totally not for sale at any price at Chelsea. Now to the camp of Liverpool. Salah left. The senior player is left with Alisson Becker, Virgil van Dijk, and co. A report that we are gathering is that Alisson will also be looking at moving out of the club. But currently, Liverpool have said no to Alisson Becker and that he is not for sale. At no amount would they consider selling Alisson Ramses Becker. Junior Krupi is the most sought after young talent in English football. He is a French international, a youth international, and last season he broke the record for the teenager with the most goals in English football. That was a record that was held by none other than Wayne McRooney. And currently, there are a lot of clubs that have been chasing his signature, and one of them is the current champions of English football, Arsenal. So Arsenal are looking at strengthening their left wing, and Junior Krupi's name have popped out. He alongside Morgan Rogers. Just as I told that Morgan Rogers is a player that Arsenal is looking at strengthening. But if they get these two players or one of them, then the likes of Gabriel Martinelli have also moved out of the club. So let's see how that deal or those deals will pan out for the Gunners. Now to the camp of Chelsea once again. And their left back, Marc Cucurella. Cucurella. Azia Paella. Now, Marc Cucurella too is one of the players that a lot of clubs have been chasing. Real Madrid is chasing Marc Cucurella. That's the report that we are gathering. Not only Real Madrid, his former club, FC Barcelona, is also looking at getting him for him to return back into La Liga and play for them, because currently they have the likes of Alejandro Balde, they have Gerard Martin, but he's now been converted into center back. So they want somebody that can compete with Gerard Martin, and then maybe they will send João Cancelo into the right fullback, which if they are able to acquire his signature. We move on so in the camp of the Catalan Giants and Ansu Fati, the one-time gem, the player that was touted as Lionel Messi's heir, is now moving out of the club permanently after AS Monaco agreed to Darwin's trigger his 11 million euros deal that was inserted when he moved into AS Monaco for his loan deal. So Ansu Fati will move into Darwin's AS Monaco after the end of the season. Rodri Hernandez Cascante. I'll only think about my future at Man City after the World Cup. That is according to Rodri Cascante, who was asked yesterday during the press conference that whether he's moving to Real Madrid. But what he's saying is that he'll wait after the World Cup to decide whether to stay at Man City or to move elsewhere. And the club that we are hearing is trying to sign him or changing his signature is not other than Real Madrid. Mikel Arteta, Arsenal is looking at extending the contract of their manager because he has just 1 year left in his current deal. That's £10 million sterling plus £5 million sterling for the Premier League and the trophies that he has won for the club. Now, the new deal that I'm hearing is that he will become the highest paid manager in the Premier League, and the wage that I'm hearing is that it might be in the region of 20 million pounds sterling. That will be the wage that Mikel Arteta will be earning if he is to extend his contract at Arsenal, the Gunners. This work time will permit us for today's update. Thank you for always being with us. Please subscribe, leave your comment in the comment section. Do all the good stuff. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Adios, gracias, muchas. Bye-bye.